Howdy folks, Grok the DuckFarmer here, and welcome to Rails and Pipes Pack. Yep, this is a new mod pack that's been created and put together by my good friend Thorgal, and it is available for you to download on the CurseForge, and links down in the description below. And FTOG has a server running. You can see the rules and the logo there in the background, so that people can jump on the server if they want. Looking at the stuff itself about this mod pack, you always want to take a look at what mods are in a mod pack, but Thorgal mentioned that he wanted to make this mod pack that's more with pipes and mechanery and doing stuff and watching stuff route over to here and rails over to there, and not just rushing to the end game where you've got everything and then you get bored and then you go. Because I say the problem with the end game is the game ends. So it's the journey that's the most fun. And so getting there in style and with stuff that looks good, I like that. So that's one of the things I was looking at this and going, yeah, I like something that's kind of a casual pack to play and build things. So let me do some intense parkour out of here. Oh yeah, really intense. Okay, so standard FTOG rules here. You know, watch out, don't be a jerk. That's a standard thing. You do want to go to ftog.net, take a look at the rules. You certainly want to join the server, the Discord server, and I got links down in the description as well. And because, you know, it's a friendly atmosphere on the server. Let's see who's online right now. Fluffkin and Lawless One are both on the server right now. And, hi guys. You can set out here from the spawn area, and it's a very nice deserty spawn area. What do these things say? City of Asmali. Lots of extraneous quotes. Anyway, one of the things over here, it says you can also use RPT to just randomly teleport in some direction. Now, a lot of this right now is going to be protected. You can't do anything in the first little area, and you can see in the mini-map there in the corner how a big chunk of this area has been claimed. So you can't run around and instantly, you know, say, give me the go-go beans. So you're going to have to go off for a distance. And speaking of distance, let's just run out here for a little second. Oh, there's a zombie out there according to the map. Boing, boing, boing. One of the things that's different about this land generation is its combination of the open terrain generator and biome bundles. And I've done a little bit of random teleporting around. Let's see. Okay, that's my base. It's 3,000 blocks that way. But I did some random teleports just to kind of see what's around in the area. Well, that's kind of cool. And I like how it gets kind of foggy in the area. Now, I'm running the 32-bit Faithful texture pack because I really like that a lot. There are other people, you know, including Thorgal, who are running with other texture packs. They look very interesting. They drive me nuts as I try to play them. Oh, hey, there's a jungle biome just right here. Oh, well, that's very nice to know. Because parrots are fun. Anyway, so you can go running off in any direction and grabbing resources and whatnot as you go. Just don't denude the place. Like for example, there's 3 of these purple flowers. I would grab one. You know, leave some for others. Although if you find some of the flowery biomes, there's tons and tons and tons. Tree cow. Tons and tons and tons of the Botania flowers out there. That's nice and dark in there. And so, you know, you don't have to run around here and strip everything right close to base now or spawn. You can type /spawn and get back here at any time. And yeah, this is petroleum. Let's see, can I see it? No, I can't. It doesn't show it because it sees the underlying stuff instead. Oh, there's a source block over here. Oh, well, that's cool. You can do all sorts of things. Oh, hey, kitty. You can do power generation with this stuff, and I think that would be fun to try. You know, not just go with the super greatest, bestest thing, just to have stuff that's fun. Random things is on the pack, which means pitcher plants, because that means you just use a bucket and you can grab water out of the pitcher plants. So handy for your little water needs. And oh, is that a mesa over here? Let's run over here and take a quick look. That's a ravine is what that is. And I love that there's grass at different layers. And when I say I love that, spoiler, I'm going to build in a ravine. Because I found one of those and I said, ooh, that looks so cool. Yep, this is a little holy tall mesa. Oh, that looks really cool. One of these days I would love to find a really nice giant mesa with huge vertical walls and build ramps and whatnot between the different mesa plateau parts. I think that would be really cool. I think that would be absolutely fantastic. Anyway, let's go take a look at my base. Here, let's go /home. And I've done a little bit of work running around here just saying, okay, and my dark oak tree just grew. Having slimes nearby is nice. Having them spawn and drop and then maybe eventually coming over to me is not so nice. All right, we'll kill a couple of these. Nope, I can see a couple more up there spawning. All right, we're just going to back away carefully and quietly. Anyway, this is my ravine. I came across this. Not a super fan of the steppe. It's the kind of the deserty biome. Maybe it won't rain here. That would be very nice. Yep, they're just slowly working their way over here. But if we take a look down there, I've got, looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe call that a 7, call that 6, layers of grass in here. I think it would be a blast to go ahead and make myself a base in here. Some of it on that side, some of it over here, different levels, things going back and forth across here. I think that would be fun to do. Ooh. I'm still playing with the sound effects and whatnot. That's kind of fun. Yeah, I think one of the things I need to do is go up there, light it up, and I'm not sure if these guys will spawn in the light or if they will do fine with lower light levels. But, hey, these guys will give me slimes. Here, I'm going to kill you. Oh. Okay, and then I don't need to... Yeah, it's got the little fun hit point damage thing. Kapowie. Boom. Die. Thwack. Okay, silliness. Anyway, one of the things over here to my right, which I have not explored, this little area over here, there's a couple little tower area thingy-majiggers over here, and witches. I can just barely see right there, the top of a witch hat. And there's another witch right there. There are witches spawned all around this thing, which scares the living daylights out of me. Now, here's a nice hill with the mesa sort of card and clay biome, which I may harvest some. The other thing that I found very, very interesting in this area, just checking, yep, okay, not dropping. There's a little jungle biome over in that area too. Let's run a little faster. But this, I was torn between digging out that little area or running over into this area and trying some stuff over here, because we've got some very tall land masses. Let's move over here a little bit. We've got some very tall land masses. I could build stuff up in there and back and around. And I decided, nah, I'm going to do the underground method. And I keep laughing at the different colored sheep, which is a fantastic way for getting all the different wool colors. But it's just kind of funny for me to see them, running around, green sheep. Who's ever heard of green sheep? So that's my ravine and splat. And so I am going to go ahead and one of the things I need to start doing, well, other than I need to harvest a bunch more wood, need to set up a furnace. In fact, here, let's grab this. Furnace time! Why didn't you give me an award for making a furnace? Anyway, I need to get some ores, because other than getting a little bit of coal and killing a few cows, I haven't done much other than I managed to find all of the mystical flowers. And this area is just full. I was going to say ripe with flowers, but that's kind of a weird word. This steppe is just full of flowers all over the place. So I think this was the third or fourth place I randomly teleported to, and it went ahead. Actually, I can cook up some meat. Let's cook some meat because beef. It's what's for dinner. Anyway, I was able to gather up a bunch of each of the flowers because Blood Magic and Botania are in the pack, and Reliquary. Those are pretty much the magic mods. There's a bunch of other tech-based mods, things like immersive engineering. I want to do a bunch of stuff with that. I also want to try and do some stuff with. Okay, I just completely lost the train of thought of there was another mod I wanted to dig into. Railcraft is in the pack, and so I do want to use rails to get around and do things at different places. But this is the beginning of my base, and now I got to do some digging. Well, I need to also make some ladders or something to get down there, make it a little bit safer to get down. Oh, shut up. Time for a progress update. So I've been doing a bunch of work. In fact, here, let's spin around. My chests have exploded here. And I've got myself a nice farm going. Let's see, this is the windy garden. I've got the shaded garden, which really hasn't spread. The tropical garden, because that was close up there. The windy and the tropical have been growing and spreading, but that's not. Oh, there was one other. Oh, yeah, this is the frost garden. And I haven't harvested this. I want it to spread a little bit more. In fact, let me crouch click, put those a little bit further apart so they have bigger chances of spreading around them. There. Now it's got room to grow on all sides. Anyway, those are how I can get the various plants here, which are handy to have. I stuck in the corner pumpkins over here and melons over here, and I ate some of the beef. Actually, I ate all of my cooked beef, and I was going, that's kind of wimpy. It gave me 2 haunches worth, well, actually a full haunch worth of health restoring. It's going that's pretty bad. So I made some melon smoothies. Let's see. Nope, not there. Nope, not there. Where did I put it? Okay, there's my Botania stuff. There's my stone. Okay, here's my miscellaneous block stuff. You make a juicer, which is not hard to make, just smooth stone and over stone plate. And then you juice up 2 melon slices, plus some snow, which is back over here. And, let's make one of them right now. Because, I've got it right here. And that way I can clear out the block. Oh, and it's got to be separate. And that gives me a melon smoothie, which is better than the beef. Because, that of course it is. So, what better way to repair your body than a massive amount of protein? Or a fruit blended smoothie with ice. Oh, yes, that's tastier and will do your body more. Okay, rant over. They will, as you can see, this one gives me 3. The 1.2, I'm guessing, is the amount of saturation that it gives me. And occasionally I get some speed buffs. Anyway, so stuff that I've been doing here, I have been flattening out and getting some room around here and some access ways up and down. You can't see it over there. There's the beginning of a rail or stairs because I'm thinking I need different layers for doing stuff. So this will be the first layer that I'm going to set up and work with. So that gets me into the aromas mining dimension, and that's where I've been getting my dirt. And over here, this level I originally went through and I just made sure there was dirt all the way around it. This was the layer where the first layer of dirt was at. And then I started hammering back the walls just to give a little bit more room. And I think I may do a little bit more contouring so it doesn't look flat on the inside. And then I'm doing the same thing down below. This was the... Get me down. There we go. This was the next layer where the grass naturally appeared, and there were a couple little side bits of grass in here that I've taken down. And again, I'm going to pull this out a little bit more to give a little bit more space, and then anything else I need to do will go further into the walls here. And then we go down one more. This was a big chunk, and I think I have, yeah, I've cleaned out as much of the extraneous bits along the wall here that I want. And again, this is going to go in a little bit more. And down here, this is where I started having fun. Yeah, all this grass is normal, except for this right here. I kind of blended the grass up. I've started to declare this the ground floor for this level, and that was up a layer, and I've lowered it down and replaced it with grass, and so I'm starting to widen out the walls and going to hammer back in, and all this is going to go away here, just to clear that out. Same with this here. You can see where I had stuff. Oh, it's turning night. You can see where there's a layer of dirt. Those need to go because these are spawnable spots, and I want to get rid of those. These are not, because there's a block up above them. It's just a 1 block high, so nothing can spawn there. If there were more room, then a spider could spawn in there, because they can spawn in. No, I think they can technically spawn in a 1 block high 3x3 area, but the spawnable spot has to be 2 block high. That it calculates from. Anyway, you know, I'm not talking about spawning, but I like to clear that out. And then the other thing that I found from down here is you can go quite down to, and I think that is Y11 right there at the bottom. So I ran around a bunch and torching up places and getting what I could with my picks, made myself an iron pick. And, oh yeah, you can see I just barely came back from the mining dimension with a whole bunch more dirt, because I want to go ahead and wrap this dirt layer around and kind of build this back. So I'm not entirely sure what I will do with this layer. I might drop it a little bit more, and then you know, so instead of being 3 blocks deeper, maybe make it 10 blocks deeper, and then have to do a little bit more terraforming in this area. And I still need, yeah, I've got the ladders here. I need to figure out where the next layer of ladders will be, possibly right there. I just need to make sure that it will pop through. The other thing I happen to have, I kind of like how this is looking. I need to figure out, I've got some vines, and I may put some vines around and see how they look. It may be too busy and I'll break them, but I may do that a little bit, let them grow them down. Anyway, so I need to do a little bit more digging around. And one of the things I did find, which is right up there, is a peace candle. And if you find a village and there happens to be one of those cobblestone churches in there, random things will put a peace candle in there. Every third of the churches you find will have a zinc will have a peace candle, which will go ahead and suppress mob spawning in, I can't remember whether it's a 3x3 area or if it is a 5x5 chunk area. I can't remember which it actually is, but it's mighty handy to have, and I have that up above, so I'm not too worried about the fact that a lot of things haven't been fully lit up. And speaking of lit up, let's turn on my torch optimizer mod. I added that instead of the one that was more overlays, I think it is, because I prefer to see numbers over X's. And so you can see there's darkness over here, and you know, here's some dark spots over here, but they're within the area. I don't care. I don't have to light up everything right at this moment. Speaking of people, so close. Speaking of people online, we've got Mekle and Blackadder 2 are both on the server, and it's an early morning for some of us in the right time zones, and for other people it's early afternoon. Yeah, early afternoon. All right, I'm going to go ahead and continue doing a lot more terraforming to this thing to give me room to grow. 9 hours later. Things are progressing very nicely. I've got a nice little farm here, and the fun thing about that is that will expand the food options I have. The disadvantage is that I have to get cooking for blockheads going, which to really take advantage of that, I need a diamond. I don't have a diamond yet, but that's okay. Also, what else have I been doing? Oh. Let me show you the peace candle, because I mentioned it, but I didn't actually say any, actually look at it. I've got here, if we zoom in, here. Yes, I've gone ahead and lit up the area because I like to do that. But I've got the peace candle here. I've got, didn't want to zoom, I wanted to move. I've got a 5x5 chunk area that I'm claiming as my base for right now. I could go more, but this is sufficient. And really centered here, but this gives me room to go in and out and do things. The peace candle is in this chunk. And it's a 5x5 radius, or a 5x5 chunk area centered on where it is. So if I have it here, it should protect me in all my areas. But since I've been down on the south side of my area, I've kept it here. So it means at night the mobs are way out there and they don't come charging in at me. Veggies, I've got lots and lots of veggies here going on, and I've been planting 3 rows of the cotton because that's the only way at this point for me to get string, because 3 of those together give you string. And I'm hoping I've got some of the good stuff for some better foods, because the smoothies are not bad, but it means getting snow, and my only way to get snow is to climb that top of that hill way over there. That's got snow up at the top. Although I haven't noticed it raining, and it may be just because I'm in a steppe biome and that I don't see anything. Speaking of steppe biomes, okay, well, not. The witches area over there, I was running around finding all of these windy gardens that were in the area and just breaking them because they were starting to spread like mad. So I went quite a good distance. That's why there's so much in that chest, is because I was just breaking the windy gardens like crazy. And as I got closer and closer over there, I noticed I didn't see any witches on the radar. And then I got closer, and there was this building. Here, let's hop up for a little bit of a view. That building there had like 4 or 5 of the witches in it. And they had left all the rest, and some of them had gone up the hill, which is fine. They can go up the hill as much as they want, but there's chests in a bunch of these huts. And so I said, ooh, let me loot all those chests, and let me show you what I got. That's this double chest here. This is the stuff I got out of there. So I've got a very nice sword, some ores, some, bane of anthropods. Like, nobody wants that, but I got some of that. I do need to plant the beetroots, because then that gives me access to red dye. And I saw down below as I was caving, as I was clearing things out, and there were tons of bats down there. And so I made a golden lasso and snagged me a bat, because, usefulness for later. I got a wing charm, which gives me featherfall sort of after 6 blocks of falling, which is good because, what do I got around here? I've got a lot of falling, which I haven't fallen. Well, I fell before I started recording, but I haven't fallen since, and it was like from here to there. I still had like 5 hearts left, so it wasn't a really bad fall. But I went, I've got to keep that charm on. This charm is the Void Charm, which if I fall into the Void should save me. What else was Iridium? That's nice. This made me very happy to see, because this guy right there will be my source of power. So instead of going with the route that I was planning on going, I'm going with a different route. We'll say howdy Ravenhurst. Howdy Ravenhurst. All right, and let's go on down and show off the work I've done. This level is done as far as knocking things back. I may randomize that a little bit. I'm noticing that's a very straight line there. But I also widened it out a little bit more. I think I mentioned this was here. Let's go down. This layer is also done as far as, you know, knocking things back a little bit. I noticed there's a couple little bits of ore in the walls that I should pick up, just because, you know, that's that's nice to have. But yeah, this is expanded out a little bit more. The next level, looking down from here, I've also gone ahead and I think I'm pretty much good there, but let's come over. I was talking about putting vines in, and yeah, the steppe biome makes the vines look ugly, so I'm just gonna get rid of the vines. And I was like, yeah, no. So let's head on down to this layer. This layer, I think, is also done as far as it's getting dark. As far as knocking things back is concerned, it's much wider down here than it used to be, and so I think a lot of the bigger machines will go into here. Not sure whether or not there's any more that I may, you know, like there's a little bit of dirt up there, but I think that's okay. So this is looking fine. This next layer, yeah, there's a lot more work than I plan on doing for the nonce. I also need one more ladder, but let's head back. Oh, let's just go down and see what we got down here. So this is what I'm calling floor level, and there was a cave system here that I ran around and explored a whole bunch. There was another cave system just up there that I have marked, because I'm going to hide this under dirt so that I can't see it, but I want to be able to get back if I need to go low. Plus there's a lot of ores down here. This needs a lot more chewing back, because I don't want that layer of dirt I was mentioning. Plus this needs to be dropped, and you know, the emeralds gathered, and the poor ducks done something with them. So there's work that needs to be done here. That flatness there, I'd like to kind of nibble back a little bit just to make it look good. Let's head back up to the top. I like that. Okay, the thing I wanted to do up here, and I've got a bunch of stuff in my inventory, is I want to set up a little machine room. And this is where the stuff is beginning. So this is my little niche back here for machines, and I love dark oak. Wanted to go kind of organic with the leaves up above, and since I had access to cobblestone, I said, okay, fine, I'll go with cobblestone as walls here, but not just plain walls, because that's boring. So I also want to avoid lights if I can. And yes, I need to do something with these torches because they bug me. So, you know, just some stairs with the cobblestones breaks up that surface. This one, again, we got a bunch of stairs, some walls, and we've got oak leaves. And you can just barely kind of, if I get there, there's a pumpkin in both of these corners behind these blocks. So that provides light. Likewise, over here, there's a pumpkin behind this block, I think. That is providing light, and you know, this just breaks up the wall, and I should make a chisel, but I haven't done that because I would like to chisel up the cobble to be something different, but it works. Alrighty. Oh, other stuff I snagged. I got a set of steel boots, so now I've got boots. Alright, looking here, I really want to get the Metallurgic Infuser. That gives me access to steel, and steel unlocks a lot of tech, and that for me is the easiest way to make steel. If we look at the recipe, a little bit of osmium, I've picked up about half a stack of blocks for that, and I've got all the rest of the stuff I can do that. Oh, infuser, no. So this I definitely want to get going, but I do want to double my ores. This is the Pulverizer from thermal expansion, and the redstone furnace, so that I can smelt my ores. That I definitely want to start doing right now. I do need to transport the power that I'm going to be getting. So there's my leadstone flux ducts going with pipes looking stuff, because that's what the spectre coil is going to go on. And I need to make a whole bunch of gears, and oh, come on, I can do it. So make a bunch of gears. I need to make the tin gears, and those go there, and then that goes there, and then those go there, and now I've got two machine frames. Nice. Oh, Can't make that yet because I need to do this and that. What was this thing? Redstone Charger. I have not seen that before. Okay, I'll hunt down which mod actually produces that because that's kind of cool looking. All right, so this one here is the Pulverizer. I'm one redstone shy. Of course I miscounted. All right, let's go ahead and get back up here. And that should be, nope, this is my one. And we'll just jump down and take the hurt. Ouch. I am thinking of putting a, there we go, a rail, or not a rail, but fences around the top of this, just because I've had a few of the slimes get all the way over here and drop down. So I think a rail would be nice to have. Let's go against this wall. So I'm going to go ahead and put this here. You know, I think I probably could just do that one. Now, I typically put pulverizers on the left and furnaces on the right. That's just kind of how I go with them. Let's go ahead and turn off all of these for the nonce. And I'll set up stuff to handle that better later, but for right now that should be fine. And if I take this Spectre Coil and can I not click you? Oh, I can't put it on that. Oh, dang it. Okay, well, I can shift click it on here and that will feed it up, and then I must remember to use a pick and not my hand, because if I use my hand it will break it. The little X there in the corner, it'll break it. And I have lost those before. Speaking of picks, this is my stone pickaxe, and I've used it over and over and over and over, and I've not needed to, well, it doesn't break. If we take a look at it, it has 0 durability, almost 4,000 blocks broken with this thing. Yeehaw, which is mighty nice. Oh yeah, you can see in the left, the tooltip says 0. The thing I can do, oh, I don't have to do it here. As I'm just running around, I'll go like this, and the 4 blocks of cobble will repair this almost to its entirety. Let's see what it's missing. Okay, it's missing 3, but I'm okay with that. But the nice thing about that is I don't need to carry a crafting table with me, make sure I have wood on hand so I can make more sticks to repair. You know, I ran out of the picks, now I need to go get some more. No, I have lots of cobble because I've been hammering back the walls, well, picking back the walls, and so I'm good to go. So I'm liking it. Yes, it does mean that I'm paying 4 cobblestone to repair what cost only 3 to make. I don't care. I really don't care. Let's go ahead and I'm going to process all of that. But just because it's nice to have the no need to carry all those sticks and whatnots in my inventory. I like that. So I'm going to go ahead and pulverize this up. I will figure out what I can do as far as energy, and I think thermal has battery. That right there, the energy cell. So yes, I can get that to this. That this is Electrum. I can make that. Well, I can make that by smelting the blend. No, I think if I grind the stuff, I can craft this blend. Yes. So if I pulverize the silver and the gold, I can make the Electrum, and I can make that. So it is going to use a lot of redstone. I don't have much redstone. The energy cell frame, that's just more of what... Oh, lots of lead. Okay. Yeah, I have very little lead. But that will get me an energy cell, and that can hold 2 million. That would be sufficient. I can have my Spectre Coil against the energy cell, and then use the ducts to transport power around, or however. You know, right now where I have 2, I could put the energy cell in the middle. But that's okay. I don't care at this point. This is not speedy in any way, shape, or form, but it will get the job done, and that's what I need. And there we go. Got the beginnings of a fun base. I'm enjoying. I wish it had really cool looking grass. If it were a different biome than steppe, that would make me mighty happy. But as I get into Botania, I could change the grass into a different type of grass. But that's a different show. Anyway, this has been Grok the DuckFarmer here, playing a little trains and pipes and trains. I'm drawing a blank. Exactly. I have been doing fun with the pack, and I'm forgetting what the pack name it is itself. Rails and Pipe. Now it came back to me. Rails and Pipes. And so, yes, I want to set up a bunch of rails. I want to do a lot of pipes. I want to do the fun stuff that this pack is promising. And if you want, you can download the pack. The link is in the description. And this has been Grok the DuckFarmer. Thanks for watching. Bye.